Good morning, beautiful friends. I hope you can tune in this morning and listen to a reading of John chapter 15 in Biblical Greek. Wow. I want to encourage everyone to go back and read John 15 in whatever language is easiest for you to understand. But boy, was I blessed from the reading of the Peshitta, the Aramaic. I wanted to read it in the Biblical Greek to get a sense for it in the Biblical Greek as well. The Biblical Greek is, of course, the business language, the language in which many texts were written during the time of Christ or right after the time of Christ. Here we go. The true grapevine. John 15:1. Ego emi e ampelas e alethine kai ho pater mao o gorgas esti. I am the grapevine, true, and my Father the grower is. 15:2. Pan klema en emoi me feron karpon ere auto kai panto karpon feron kathere auto henna pleona karpon fere. Verse 2. Every vine branch in me not bearing fruit, he takes it, and every one fruit bearing, he increases it, that more fruit he should bear. 15:3. Ede humnes katheroi este ia ton lagan on leleleke lelaleka homen. Already you are clean. It's interesting, isn't it? Katharoi. Through the word which I have spoken to you. Wow, the power of Jesus' name, or the power of Jesus' words. He's saying his words have cleansed the people around him. The power of the Kilimat Allah, the Word of God. 15:4. Menate en emoi kago en humen kathosto klema oi dunatai karpon ferin apf iutoi ian me menne ente empelo autos ude humes ian me en imoi menete. Verse 4. Abide in me, and I in you. Wow. As the vine branch is not able fruit to bear of itself unless it should abide in the grapevine, so not even you, unless in me you should abide. Wow. (15:5) Ego emmi e empelas humesta clematao menon en imoi kago en autas fere karpon palon hati xores imoi au dunaste poien uden. I am the grapevine. You are the vine branches, the one abiding in me, and I in him. This one bears fruit much, For apart from me, you are not able to do anything. Interesting. Ego eimi. I am. That's interesting, isn't it? If I jump over here, let's go look at verse 5 in the Aramaic. Look at verse 5. Is that where I was at? 15. For I am the grapevine. 15:5. I'm going to have to back up here a second. I wanted you to notice the difference. It's thinking. Here it comes. Okay. Let's jump down to 5. It's working on getting there. There we go. Alright, look at verse 5 in the Aramaic. Inanna, the gafeta, I am the vine. I love it how it's in all caps here. Inanna, the gafeta, I am the vine. And you are the shabishte, the branches. Whoever remains in me, and I in him, this one brings forth many fruits, on account that without me you are not able to do a thing. We jump back over to the Greek. Let's see here. See if I can get back over there. Here we go. I am the grapevine. Ego eimi. So we went from inanna, ego eimi, a grapevine. You are the vine branches. Doesn't like doing that, jumping back and forth. Well, inanna, the gafeta, I am the vine, and you are the shibishta, the branches. Fascinating. Okay, this is going to get a little bit frustrating here. The one abiding in me and I in him, this one bears fruit much. For apart from me, you are not able to do anything. Wow. Ian metis mene en imoi, eblete exo hosto clema kai exerante kai sunagusen auta kai es pur balusi kai kaitai. Verse 6. Unless one should abide in me, he is thrown aside as the vine branch, and withers, and they gather them, and them into the fire cast, and they are burned. 15:7. Ian menete en imoi kai tota remata mao en homen mene ho ian thelete aiteseste kai genesetai homen. If you abide in me, and my words and you abide, whatever you should want, ask, and it shall be to you. Wow. 15:8. En tauto edoxaste ho pater mao henna capron palun ferete kai geneseste imoi mathetai. In this is glorified my Father, that fruit much you should bear, and should become to me disciples. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? The fruit. Imagine, I was just over at a friend's house, and he was so excited to show me his peach tree. And as he was showing me, he was saying, "Look at the fruit." And he was talking about how every year, some years are great, some years are bad, but this year was a good year. He tended to that tree. He trimmed the tree. He took care of it. He was even spraying it to keep fungus off the leaves. And he showed me this peach tree, and it just was loaded with peaches. It takes a lot of work to take care of a fruit tree and to protect the fruit. He was talking about having to probably put big nets over his berry bushes and trees, fruit trees, to protect them from the birds. So it made me think of that when I read this verse. God is so glorified. The word here, to render or esteem glorious, and a wide application. God gets glory from the fruit that we bear. Think about that. The God of heaven, the mighty essence, the all-consuming power of the universe, is glorified when you and I, his creation, bear fruit. Amazing. 15:9. Kathos egapese meho pater kago egapesa humas menate ente agapete emme. As loved me the Father, I also loved you. Abide in the love in the one mind. 15:10. Iantas antolas mau terasete menete ente agape mau kathos egotas entalas tau patras mau tetereka kai meno auto ente agape. If my commandments you should keep, you shall abide in my love, as I the commandments of my Father have kept, and I abide of his in the love. Tauta lelaleka homen henna e xara e emme en humen mene kai e xara homen plerote. These things I have spoken. This is an interesting word. Lelaleka, to talk. These things have I talked to you about, have I spoken to you about, that joy, hinahe, that joy. Look at this is beautiful. Let's see, it's delight, that my joy, my delight, my joy, my in you. It's funny, the word order. My joy, my delight would be in you, should stay in you, should abide in you. Mene, remain in you. That's interesting, isn't it? If it can abide, remain, it seems it could also leave. Man, we've got to stay connected to the vine if we want this joy. And my chara, homen plerote, and your joy, interesting, and your delight in your joy should be full. Plerote, this word is to make full, to complete. Wow. The idea here, I think, is The joy of Christ can definitely be at different volumes, right? Like we can be full or we can be empty. We can have half his joy. We can have a third of his joy. But we want all of his joy. It can remain in us or it can seep out of us, depending on, it's like water to a bush. When we are not getting watered, when we are not meditating on and thinking about the words of Jesus, we can lose that joy. Wow, it's a good reminder. Absolutely a good reminder.